Alright, hello everyone. And welcome back to Daily Update, my 1000 days challenge. This is day 395, so let's get things started. Alright, so first and foremost, you'll see the balance is continuing to drop. So I'm still sticking in terms of my systematic trade for experimental setup as well. So yes, the drawdown is definitely more than what I would expect, but then bearing in mind that when I do look into it, I understand that I'm implementing new strategies, and because there are some correlations between the strategy itself, so the pullback in this case you are seeing is very extreme in the sense. So you can see that the peak I was making close to 1,003 or even 1,004 at one point of time, and now I lost about 1,002 in just how many days? 13 days itself. So it's approximately 2 weeks. So I wouldn't say I'm extremely bearish in terms of the strategy, and I still see the long-term edge of it. So I'm still sticking to it for now. And as long as it doesn't go negative 1,000, I'll still be sticking along to it. Yep, so it is what it is right now. Otherwise, if you look in terms of main trading setup, nothing has changed. So right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto are generally sort of range bounding itself. Well, some of them does pick up. For example, Solana has been doing really well. Avalanche has been doing pretty well as well. And yeah, so there are still tokens that are doing pretty well as they stay at time, especially when Bitcoin, the key leader, is actually just range bounding itself. All right, otherwise, if we look in terms of the weekly market structure itself, we still tend towards the neutral market structure for Bitcoin. So switching on the weekly chart itself is definitely a good thing. We have some sort of indecision candlestick last week form. So potentially we could have some sort of retracement pullback. Hopefully we can have a very short and swift pullback. In other words, to retest this 20 exponential moving average or simple moving average region itself on the weekly chart. If support is swiftly supported itself, that will definitely be a really good sign, especially if we can get supported and maintain above it. Then it'll be similar to what we have over here itself, whereby we got a swift retest, and then after that, we maintain nicely above it before we have a strong run again. So that could potentially be another time that we play out, or it could be something like this, we have a breakout and then another consolidation again before we continue towards the upside of things. But of course, we could also have this kind of like clear break below, then in which case we could potentially face further short-term kind of bearish momentum itself. Right, yeah, similarly over here, we didn't get supported, then we will potentially get rejected itself. So that's potentially what could happen itself. So let's see how things react to it. If we do get heavily supported over here, I'll be very keen to add in more in terms of long-term position for Bitcoin and also potentially for Ethereum and the rest of the other tokens as well. So yep, so if that's it, one last thing I'd like to mention is that the forward chart, I take a close over here. Over here, I mean when it closes below the 20 exponential moving average, because I saw there was spike in volume. So right now, I would say that we are still above this swing low. Technically, I'm not bearish yet. And even if we do break below this, the key thing that I'm waiting for is we have to break below this in order for me to go a little bit more bearish. But of course, if you look in terms of daily chart, I did draw this green box here, which happens to be the 0.38 Fibonacci retracement of the recent 5 weeks climb itself. So even if it does go over there, we got a very nice potential support region itself, in which case we could still resume to be bullish. If we actually see a strong bounce over here and the bullish market structure forms, and we close above the 200-day 200 moving average for the simple and exponential moving average on the 4-hourly chart itself. So yep, otherwise that's more or less about it. In terms of price action, what I'm waiting for clearer price action before entering for a long setup. And with that said, I've come to the end of today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.